Hi everyone, I'm the Crafty Rat and welcome to the Mischief. So today for my second video I am doing this heart vase. Now it's one where the test tubes go into it, but I'll show you that at the end. Now I'm doing this upon the request of my eldest daughter. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
She's in the back there. So I'm doing this for her. Now I am going to be experimenting a bit. She's highly embarrassed. This is hilarious. But you know, she has a lot to answer for, does my eldest. It's because of her why my channel is called The Crafty Rat. A few years ago for her 13th birthday, she begged and begged to get rats. And yeah, I think we might have a little bit of a problem now because we've got quite a few. And they're amazing. They're the best pet ever. Anyway, onto the video. As I said, I'm doing this vase. It comes with a plug for the top, which I'll put in momentarily. And what she's requested is yellow and red. In her defence, I did put a vote on our family WhatsApp channel, and yeah, she was the only one who chose that, so I figured I'd be nice to her. So I'm doing that. Now I've weighed my previous one of these, which I shall show, and that came to 180 grams. Now I'm aware that grams don't equal mil in resin, so I'm going to be making up 200 mils. That should be more than enough to cover it. And then I'm doing another 2 of these tortoises, and I've got a few extra bits that I'm just putting scraps in for any leftover, just to show it's my little crafty rat. Alright, so I am going to be doing something a bit different for me. Look, I know lots of others do this, and they use Elmer's glue to thicken up the resin, because I am going to be using this glitter. It's from Temu. I think like everything else here apart from the glue. Yep, the moulds are from, yeah, everything here is from Temu. I'm not sure if this would float anyway, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to hold it up there and try and make her a sparkly heart. Right, as with my last video, I will be wearing a respirator, so for the following part, it will be a voiceover. Alright, so here we go. Right, so the resin's already been mixed. I'm using J-Diction resin, standard resin for this, the crystal clear. Now, my smart brain decided to try and work at this point, looking out for the comments from my dear husband. So I'm weighing out a half for one colour and half for the other. As I mentioned, I did weigh it and it was 180 mil. So in theory, I should be splitting this into 90 and 90 mils, or grams. So I'm measuring it like you do. But here my brain goes a little bit mwah. And I start trying to measure 140 and then couldn't work out why the math wasn't mathing, as my kids love to say. Yeah, 140 isn't the half of 180. But you know, that's just me. So anyway, there you saw me just hang on. This is wrong. I'm working out something wrong here. But like an idiot, I still pour. And then it dawns on me. So now all I'm doing is dipping some back into the master pot. and getting it down until it's 90, and I do the same for the second pot. Yep, just checking there, just making sure I'm getting back on the correct track. So this bit's a little bit quicker now. Yep, so that's measured. They're both the same. So now it's a case of adding the drops. Now, these pigments, I can't remember, I think they must have come with a kit or something, but they are so unbelievably strong. I originally put in 2 drops and thought, yeah, I could probably do with a little bit more. Put in 5, and it was a little bit more solid than I thought it was going to be. So, mixing it up. This is, I think, ×4 speed. I do not mix this quickly, although you wouldn't believe it with the amount of bubbles. So I've added the glitter, just doing that for both colours now. Oh yeah, and here's my drops of glue. Yep. Right, so that's the red done. I've put that off to the side so I don't tip it over. And now I'm doing the yellow. Yellow does tend to be less concentrated than any other colours from what I've gathered so far, so I just went straight into putting 5 in there, and I was probably correct with that for my yellow. And now, ew, it's all gloopy. And just giving it a quick spray. Right, there I've brought them back in, and now I'm ready to pour. Now, I've put this plug in so many times and not had a problem until I come to record it. So now you can see me messing around. It will go in. It really will go in. Nope, still working on it. Right, done. So on this, I'm wanting the red at the bottom, yellow on the top, so I've just moved them to the size where I'm wanting them. Clearing off the glue from the sticks. Eee. And I'm just giving it a quick spray of alcohol, and then I'm only going to fill in a small amount initially. So, filling it in. It's a lot hard. I found it a lot harder with the glue in, but that's just my personal opinion. So now I'm using a silicone tool and going around the edges to try, in theory, eliminate any of the bubbles that cling to the edge of the silicone. So I'm just doing that now. Another quick spray, and now just topping it up. And what I'm doing now is I'm just cleaning the edges. I think I probably broke some of the surface tension and it was starting to annoy me, so I just cleaned that up and moved the resin back into the mould that were on the edges, just because I hate wasting anything. Now, because I weighed this, I had a good idea how much I would need. So that were pretty good with that. So that's that done. Again, just neatening up the edges. Now I'm just shifting it slightly so I can fill these in. These are the little tortoises, because they've got the round shell. Yeah, so all I'm doing is filling in the shell. I've got them on 2 lollipop sticks just to raise up the head, because I only want the shell in clear. So I do mess it up a little bit, but I do clean that out once it's cured. And just added some more glitter, because what I'm doing now is checking, filling the crystal up with the yellow and glitter, because I want to see if the glitter sinks or floats without the glue. And I'm just filling that up and then filling up the couple of extras that I've got. I'm currently working on a little pot and a little skull, which my little rat's resting on. Right, so just scraping the rest of this into here. Moving everything out of the way so I can at least attempt to get some into screen. I'm loving this yellow, it's so bright. Right, and then momentarily I will be ready to be on the demould. For me, it's a day. For you guys, it's in the next few seconds. Although before I demould, I'm just going around the surface of this with the lighter, the long neck lighter, just to try and get rid of any of the surface bubbles. So you will have recently seen one of my little baby tatty ratties. That was Thunder. Now, just for any animal lovers and what have you, he was taken out of the room back to his own cage well before I started doing the resin. So it wasn't in here with all the fumes, so no need to worry about that. But yeah, that was my little Thunder, or Thunderpants as some of us call him. He's a little love. Right, so getting back to this, I'm going to unmould this first. Now, what I did with this one was, with the clear that was left over from here, added some of the colour and some of the glitter, but no glue. So I'm hoping to see whether or not the glitter sunk or floated without the glue, because I just found it way too gloopy. Yeah, no puns intended there. Yeah, I didn't like it. And I had tons and tons of bubbles which I could not get out. So, ooh, it looks as though it may have... How can I get this? Is that going to affect? I'll try and get it into focus at some point. So, right, let's just give it one last... Yeah, I might try and get some photographs of that afterwards, because I cannot get it into focus. So, right, on to this one now. Now, you may have noticed I've got a couple of little extra bits on the bottom. I don't know if we can see. can you see? Yeah, I can just about see it. That is a bubble, and I am going to attempt to try and fix them. Now, there are a few of them, it's not just the one. So let's get this unmoulded first, though, and then I can hopefully show you a little bit more for that. And I am not going to waste this little bit here, which is caught. It's going to go into my scrap bucket. Right. So need to do a little bit of cleanup around there, but that's not an issue. So now, if we see, can we see? There's a bubble just. I'm not sure if I can pick it up. Just there. Let's see if I can get one of the bigger ones. There's some little bubbles there. I can't see them on camera because I can't get it into focus. So I am going, and can we get this? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, we can see that one. Yeah. So what I'm going to attempt to do is attempt to fix. I think I'm just going to fix this one because the others aren't. Oh no, this one and one's here because the others aren't too bad. But I'm absolutely loving that. You can see all the sparkle. The red's a bit denser than I was hoping for, but the ink that I used didn't need a lot. It was very strong. Right, so let's get this bubble done. So what I'm going to do with this, as I said, never done this before, is I'm going to get a tiny bit of resin. Now I'm using J-Diction UV resin. Absolutely love this stuff. Still trying to figure out what I feel about the normal resin, but the UV is amazing. So I'm just using a toothpick as it has a fine point, and literally just going to drop it in there. And then give it a quick wipe to get any excess off. So this needs really tiny amounts. And then I am going to cure it with my lamp. So I'm just going to cure this for a minute or so. But I am really loving this. You can really see the sparkle in the glitter, even though the red is quite dense. So I'm just going to put this on fast forward. Right. So you will have also seen Thunder nicely got a hold of the mould because he's a little monkey. He's lovely. However, it was around this section here, and I'm looking, it doesn't look to have damaged it at all, which is amazing. Right, so this is my vase. It's a test tube vase. So I will try to get some photographs for you because we can't see that. Right, but there you go. I will, as I said, I will get some photographs of this, and I will also get some photographs so you can see how the glitter hasn't sunk in that. Although, yeah, you can't see it even with it focused. So yeah, I'll see what I can do with that as well, even though it is a scrappy piece. Right. So I really appreciate everyone who has watched. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated. Right, see you for the next one. Bye.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene. Glitter jars and colors so stark shimmer like stars in the deep dark park. Her hands stained with the art she weaves, a touch of magic in the things she leaves.